All right, cool. Colton, you want to kick us off with Ethers Phoenix and just talking about it?
Yeah, can do. So I think some people probably heard when I was talking about this earlier in the week, but since then we had a few updates. So early on, the Ethers Phoenix was we were thinking about doing it as an incentive for giving to GR13. But by the time we had this idea, there were only 7 days before GR13 kicked off. And after a couple of conversations with people, we decided to push the deadline back so that we could open up the design diamond and make sure that we really get this right, because there's just a lot of potential with this meme. So yesterday we had a really, really good brainstorm, and I'm super excited about the direction they're taking this in now. So the image is actually a little bit outdated now as well, but I want to have something up here so the screen isn't blank. But the idea that we're thinking about going forward with is, so around GR14, you would have a free claims process for an NFT that right now we can just imagine as like an egg, right? Like the Ethers Phoenix egg. Now, as you collect POAPs that are related to public goods, different combinations of those POAPs then change that NFT into other pieces of artwork. So this could be created by other artists. This could be created just by me if I'm the only person who's around, but we've already got a couple of other artists who are interested in it. And using the POAPs, so the POAPs mechanic was something that somebody had brought up yesterday. Armando actually talked about it. And I'm really hoping that this is a direction we can go in, because it opens up a whole lot of possibilities in terms of coordinating with other public goods groups. So think of like Optimism, for example. Carl Flourish is the person who originally came up with the Ethers Phoenix idea. And it'd be really cool to like have POAPs that they are offering for things around retroactive public goods funding also contribute to the Ethers Phoenix evolving. We could have POAPs coming from, say, the next Shelling Point, or whenever, I mean, throughout the year. Like, say you get you have the Shelling Point POAP from ETH Denver and the one from Amsterdam, and having both of those creates this unique Ethers Phoenix. I think there's just a lot of really cool things that we can do around sort of combining these different POAPs people can collect. The other mechanic that a lot of people seem to really enjoy talking about was this idea of having something that decays as soon as you stop contributing to public goods in some way. So whether this is like your Phoenix just bursting into flames, returning to ash, or if it like slowly goes back stages, we're still kind of working that piece of it out. But yeah, I'm excited about this direction because of the different combinations and partnerships we can work on through the POAP piece of it. And I think it gives us a lot of flexibility going forward in terms of working with other artists. So I'm curious to just kind of if there's a minute for any of the developers to share their thoughts on using POAPs in this way. Is this possible to just track the POAPs that people have in their wallet and have an NFT react to it? James.
I think free as ever this. I'm not sure. You will have a lot of pop, but maybe you have a lot of combination. Like if you have some pop, you will get some specific Phoenix. I don't understand this part.
So it could be basically the POAPs. It could just be the simple version that we had at the beginning. So say the only POAPs that we offer are for each grants round, right? So if you interact with GR14, you get a POAP. If you interact with GR15, then you get a POAP. And each time that you get one of these POAPs, the NFT is just tracking the grants round POAPs that you have. And if you have the new POAP, then you get a new piece of art along with it. But we could also incorporate other public goods events that are also offering POAPs and have the NFT react to those as well.
Okay, but yeah, we have to think the contract to be able to add another POAP and how this affect the Phoenix. So something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
So POAP seemed like the most straightforward way to do this because they seem quite efficient for people to get and give. And just I think of it as like using POAPs as points to level up your Phoenix.
Who worked on the Loogie thing? Because like it seems like you could use the same mechanic, right?
Yeah, that's definitely occurred to me too. And Damon, I don't know if you want to jump in on that, but I think there the art might just be limited.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I want that to be completely flexible for the artists who join in.
All the SVG is on chain, so you have size limit. It would be nice if this can be done with SVG, because all these variation, all these different Phoenix that you can get, all should be set in the code, in the contract code, but the size limitation made that the design maybe is not so good that that we want.
So I guess I'm just looking for, like, I want to pass this on to other people, but is this worth pursuing, or is it absolutely ridiculous to try to use POAPs as points in this way?
I think it sounds fun as hell. Like this would incentivize me to participate in grants, is to get a cool Phoenix that levels up as I participate in more grants. I know the Gitcoin Trust bonus thing like detects if you have POAPs in your wallet, and it seems so it seems reasonable to say like you could definitely like have some sort of a detection of a POAP, and then like read the name of the POAP. I have no idea about like repointing the NFT to a different image file, but that seems, I don't know. I really don't know about that.
Creating like your own NFTs though, like something similar to POAPs would be much easier to track as well, since you'd have access to the contract, right? Like address, and you could read that, and maybe it would promote like another custom like POAP similar platform. But I know that like, and it would be much similar. You could make it much similar to POAPs and just still have the 3D, like the designs, and it possibly issuing them would be much easier as well. But for sure, there would like you'd have to have like maintenance on that, and like somebody, it wouldn't be as easy as like everyone can use POAPs right now, but the platform you'd have to give people access to.
Gotcha. So maybe a POAP equivalent. I'd like to just meet people where they are, and people are already so used to picking up POAPs. And as soon as we're talking about like partnering with other groups, it's a lot easier to pitch them on like, hey, you're already making a POAP. Like, let's just make it interact with this NFT as well. But it's good to consider the custom route as well.
Yeah, definitely. And hey, Colton, thank you so much for sharing that. Like, this is great. I know there's like a Telegram for Ethers Phoenix, right?
Yes.
So definitely go ahead and drop that in the chat and like get more perspective there as well. I think that would be a great place to like have more long form discussions about it too.
Agreed. Yeah, I'd love to pass this along to other people, but thanks for the input, and I just dropped the Telegram in the chat.
Yep, perfect. Thank you, man. And great presentation on what you guys done over the last week.